Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Orange County Riptide's presentation of the California Collegiate League Baseball here on the OC Riptide Sports Network. Good afternoon. I'm Keith DeMolder. Saying thank you for joining us here for another season of Orange County Riptide Baseball. We are live here from Irvine, California, from the beautiful Concordia University Eagles Stadium, the site for this one between the OC Surf and the OC Riptide. Another great season upon us here in Southern California. Collegiate baseball at its finest. The OC Riptide and the OC Surf, bitter Orange County rivals. So today's game should be a doozy. The OC Surf coming into this game as defending Sunset League champs and are riding a 4-game winning streak over the Riptide. Of course, this year brings new players and a new opportunity for the Riptide to pull out the win. Looking at this year's roster for the Riptide, a lot of D1 talent, especially in the bullpen. A lot of great pitching stars here on this team. Most notably, the senior Josh Carpenter out of Louisiana Tech. Actually, two Louisiana Tech players, Josh Carpenter as well as Braxton Smith. Carpenter, of course, bringing a 6'4", 240 size. So the Riptide hoping to get some great innings out of him this year. As the starting lineups are announced here from Eagles Stadium. We'd like to thank you for joining us all season long here on the OC Riptide Sports Network. Keith DeMolder here to bring you all of these ones from Irvine. Of course, the coaching staff for the Riptide, some of the best, of course. The head coach is not privy to, or is very privy, to MLB action. Tiger Peterson, a native of Palo Alto, California. He's the blood relative of Jock Peterson, of course, the outfielder for the Los Angeles Dodgers. So a lot of MLB experience here on this field today. He also happened to play 3 years of baseball at the University of the Pacific and was actually drafted by the Dodgers in 2013. Played in the minors a little bit, 4 seasons, before deciding coaching was his thing. Right now he's the head coach, but he has a lot of help from his assistants, Glenn Walker, Marcus Pointer, and Jeff Robinson, also helping out. Of course, Glenn Walker graduated from Long Beach Poly, playing baseball there for a couple of years. Coached Compton College baseball before transferring to Jackson State. And we're actually going to take a quick break for the national anthem. And that was the national anthem here from Concordia University. We thank you for joining us here on the OC Riptide Sports Network. Keith DeMolder to bring you this one. Of course, the Surf coming into this game. Oh no, this is the first game of the season for both teams. A lot of talent on display here. We thank you for watching here on the YouTube live stream. The OC Surf taking on the OC Riptide. On the mound for the Riptide, making his first start of the season, Ricky Reynoso out of Chula Vista, California, the junior, playing at the University of the Pacific. Great baseball school up in Stockton, California. 6 foot 190. Folks, he's a lefty. So the first pitcher of this season is a southpaw. So the Surf hitters are going to have to watch out for him. Starting lineups coming up in just a bit. But the first batter here for the Surf, Reed Gibbs, the infielder from Oneida, California, playing his college ball at Occidental College. Gibbs at the plate. Right-handed hitter. Reynoso wind up and the pitch. And the first pitch of this season, ball outside. Gibbs steps back in. Reynoso the wind up. And the 1-0 pitch in the dirt, ball 2. Behind the plate, Cooper Uhl, a sophomore at La Jolla Marymount University, about 30 minutes north of where we're playing right now. Reynoso with a 2-0 count, the windup, the throw, caught the outside corner, strike 1. So a 2-1 count now. Ball makes it 3-1. A strike makes it 2-2. Here's the pitch from Reynoso. Swung on and missed. 2-2 now the count. 2 strikes here on Gibbs. Infielders playing very deep, so expecting a hard ground ball here from Gibbs. Reynoso sets. The windup. The pitch. Swung on and hit on to third base. The play made. Throw over in the dirt, and he's going to be safe at first. Gibbs safe at first after a low throw there. Hunter Big trying to rocket that one over to first, but ends up hitting the dirt and a little bit too in the dirt there for Phil Steering. Now up to the plate, Nick Bates. Reynoso with the runner on first. Looks over to the bag. Back to home. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 1. Bates with a low center of gravity. A very low stance right there. The second pitch upstairs, ball 2. Oops. Man on first, 2-0 count. Reynoso from the stretch. The windup and the pitch. Down in the zone, called strike 1. Two 1 count now. Here's the pitch once again. Down low, but called strike 2. So another 2-2 count here. Reynoso working low in the zone. The 2-2 delivery. Down in the dirt there. A full count here on Nick Bates. Man on first, still no outs here. Top of the first, Surf Riptide. Reynoso with the pitch, swung on and missed there, strike 3. Reynoso with his first strikeout of the season and of the game. 1 out here in the top of the first. Runner remains at first, and Bates goes down swinging. Reynoso facing another batter here. Fresh count, fresh pitch. High in the zone, ball 1. That one up high to Alex Damasio. The pitch, no good. Throw back to first. Ooh, nearly in time, but runner able to get back there. The windup and the pitch swung on and missed there. So now 2 strikes on this count. Runner still on first. 1 out here. A scoreless game in the top of the first. The windup, the pitch on the outside corner. Strike 3 got him looking. So that's 2 strikeouts for Ricky Reynoso. Allowed a runner on first, but has struck out the past 2 batters. Now walking to the batter's box, the right-handed hitter, Cooper Moore. Reynoso wheels and deals. This one a little bit high in the zone, so ball 1. Gibbs still on first base. Moore at the plate, the windup, the pitch. A little bit low in the zone, ball 1. Standard lead here for Gibbs. Reynoso working for the stretch. And the pitch swung on and missed. A big hack there by Moore. So Moore with 2 strikes on him. Has to remain contact. Runner still on first, Gibbs. Here's the pitch. Inside. Ooh, strike 2 there. Excuse me, so it was a 1-1 count there. So 2 strikes now here on Moore. A 2-strike count here. Moore having to protect the plate. Swung on and grounded just foul on the third base line. The Surf, of course, from the Sunset Baseball League, not with the California Collegiate League. So this is a intra-league game here. Not counting for any of the league records, of course, here for the Riptide. The 2-strike pitch hacked off behind the plate. So Moore able to stay alive here for the Surf. The windup, an off-speed one high in the zone, called a ball. Full count here now on Cooper Moore. The full pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3. And Ricky Reynoso with 3 straight strikeouts to end the first. And that's going to send us to our first break here. Bottom of the first coming up, Reynoso with 3 straight strikeouts. So perfect way to start off the beginning of this one. The pitcher for the OC Surf coming up, Chris Lumanian. Going to face some of these good Riptide hitters. We're going to be back after a quick few minutes. You're listening to the OC Riptide Sports Network. Welcome back, folks, here. Riptide coming up to bat in the bottom half of the first. Stepping up to bat here for the Riptide, Bo Phillip. Lumanian wheeling, dealing, swung on and missed, strike 1. Bo Phillip, the 6', 185 right-handed hitter from Citrus Heights, California. Lumanian with the pitch just outside, but called a strike. So an 0-2 count now here on Phillip. Third pitch down low in the zone. So Phillip going to watch that one, ball 1. Lumanian wheels. This one in on the hands. A dribbler up the middle. Fielded. Throw on the first. In time for out number 1. So nice play there made by Reed Gibbs. Able to get the ball just in time. Nevertheless, up at bat now. Luke Hussing, the 6'4" junior from Chico State. The windup, the pitch. Big hack there from Hussing. Strike 1. Lumanian wheeling. Lumanian dealing. Check swing. And he went around. 2 strikes now here on Hussing. Has to protect the plate here for the Riptide. Lumanian, the windup and the pitch, and this one is yanked shallow left field, but caught on the run there. A nice play made by Reed Gibbs once again. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Eric Wagaman coming up, batting third here for the Riptide. His nickname, of course, Wags, based on his last name, which is very addicting to say. Lumanian, though, with the pitch. Inside strike one. Crowding the plate, Wagaman likes to get that big frame above the plate. Watches strike in there. Lumanian ahead in this count. Sets and pitches. Fouled off behind the plate there, strike two. So Wagaman trying to stay alive here in this count. Lumanian maybe looking for an off-speed pitch here. The windup outside their ball. So a little bit low in the zone goes that pitch, and Wagaman able to survive another pitch. Lumanian there, almost identical location down in the zone. So a 2-2 count now. Lumanian getting the signs. Likes what he sees. Locks and loads and throws it into the dirt behind the backstop. So a full count here on Wagaman. Surf coaches, very funny guys over there. Nevertheless, Lumanian here with the pitch. Swung on and a ground ball there to Reed. Throwing over to first, he got him in time. Reed Gibbs there with 3 great defensive plays. And the Surf get out of this inning unscathed. Going to go now to the top of the first. We'll be right back. And now top of the first here, Bo Coolin. Oh, so cool here for the Surf, the leadoff batter here in the top of the second. The windup and the pitch from Reynoso. Inside down the middle, strike one. Reynoso able to get 3 straight strikeouts there to end the first. Great stuff thus far in this one, and has that one down in the zone, ball one. Is able to set. Reynoso with the pitch. Ooh, just outside. So a ball called, 2-1 now the count. Reynoso looking for the sign. Sets. And here's the 2-1 pitch. Hits the outside corner there, strike two. So now Coolin having to protect the plate, checks that swing and able to throw it Down the third base line, foul. So the count remaining the same, 2-2. Reynoso, windup, and the pitch, skipping right to the catcher. Probably wanted to have that one back, folks. Full count now here on Coolin. The windup and the pitch, swung on and missed there. Strike 3. So Reynoso starting this game with 4 straight strikeouts. Unbelievable performance from Reynoso thus far. Now up Matt Cass in the center fielder. A left-handed batter facing a left-handed pitcher. First pitch there, outside, ball 1. One-zero count. 1-0 pitch. Down in the zone and snubbed off the plate. Actually, it's going to be, appears to be off Cassin's ankle. So a foul ball called. 1-1 the count. So a 1-1 count here. Reynoso, the windup and the pitch. Right down the middle once again. 2 strikes now here on Cassin. Here's the 2-strike delivery down in the zone now. 2-2 the count. Very quiet day here from Concordia University. Medium-sized crowd here on hand. Reynoso with the pitch. Down in the zone once again. So 3-2 the count, full count here. A ball, he takes his base. A strike, he walks back to the dugout. Reynoso with the full count pitch. This one fouled off behind the plate there. So Cassin going to stay alive. Full counts for a hitter are always the hardest counts because you don't know when to swing, you don't know when to take. Cassin having to be careful. The windup, the pitch, strike 3 looking. So, folks, Ricky Reynoso has his 5th strikeout of the game. Unbelievable performance here from Reynoso to start out the game against the Surf. So perhaps that 4-game winning streak hanging in the balance here early on from Concordia. Now up at the plate to break this this streak of missing. First strike in there, Connor Fedone. Fedone playing right field, batting left. So maybe that lefty-lefty connection could be positive. And this one drilled there in a center field. And the Surf able to put a man on first. Fedone takes a second pitch right up the middle for a single. Chase Kerr now up at the plate here for the Surf. Chase Kerr, the infielder, watches a ball there. Man on first, 2 outs. Reynoso looking to settle down after allowing a single. Here's the pitch. Swung on and flied there to left field. Can of corn on the run. Out made. And we're going to go now to the bottom of the second inning. Still scoreless here. 0-0. It's the OC Riptide against the OC Surf. Live here from Concordia. Don't go anywhere, folks. Phil Steering up at the plate here for the Riptide. Out of Hawaii, so you know he's got to be good. Trying to steer the Riptide in the right direction. First pitch outside. Lumanian still on the bump for the Surf. The windup and the pitch a little bit early out in front there was Steering, and that one was fouled off the left side. Once again, we thank you for joining us here on the live stream of OC Riptide Baseball here on the OC Riptide Sports Network. Lomanian here with the pitch. A little bit inside there, ball taken. 2-1 now the count here on Phil Steering. Next pitch there, called a ball down low. Lumanian likes to be low in the zone, folks. As do all pitchers, really. You never want to leave one up in the zone for any one batter to crank. Here's the windup and the pitch. Once again, low in the zone there. Ball 4. So Steering going to take his base. Taking a nice stroll down to the bag. And the Riptide have their first runner of the game. Logan Polson, the DH for this team. We saw him in batting practice. Unbelievable power. So the Riptide hoping they can bring a couple home here. Here's the pitch. This one smacked there into the gap, and it's going to be a single for Polson. 2 men on here for the Riptide. So first pitch, first hit there. Polson able to knock that one in for a base hit. So men at first and second, however, of course, out still exists at first, second, and third. Aaron Greenfield, the North Carolina product. They need to be careful with where he places this batted ball. The pitch upstairs, called strike. 0-1 count back in Greenfield. Lomanian sets. Looks back to second from the stretch. The pitch. Down in the zone there, strike 2. 0-2 the count. Greenfield need to protect the plate. Can't bunt a man on because 2 strikes there. If he fouls it off, it's an automatic strikeout. Lomanian with the pitch. Called strike 3 on the outside. Lomanian able to work that outside corner and sends Greenfield back to the bench. So Will Proctor stepping up to the plate. The right-handed batter working on the right-handed pitcher Lomanian. Still men on first and second. Here's the pitch on the outside, no good. Ball 1. One ball, no strikes. The pitch nicked off the back of the backstop. Proctor able to protect the plate well. Crowd now starting to shuffle in here in numbers. About, I want to say probably 30 fans here. Decent sized crowd on hand for the first game of the 2017 season. Lomanian from the stretch delivers to Proctor inside there. A ball trying to back Proctor off the plate. Unsuccessful though, as he stood right in there, almost took that pitch. Lomanian looking back the runner at second, instead delivers just outside their strike. So strike 2. Catcher Robert Vasquez, a great framer, able to frame that pitch very well. So now 2 strikes here on Proctor. The pitch, runners going. This one in the dirt there, and both runners steal their collective bases. So now runners in scoring position, both of them. 2 runners in scoring position. Proctor with a chance to blow this one open. Lomanian ready, sets, and fires inside. This one popped into center field. So Greenfield most likely to tag. He does tag there. It's actually Steering. Paulson nearly tagged out, but a runner comes home for the Riptide. A sac fly there on the play by Will Proctor, able to bring a runner home. That being Phil Steering. So Cooper Ohl coming up to the plate. I actually played quarterback back in high school, believe it or not, folks. On third base for the Riptide, Logan Poulsen. So a 1-0 lead here for the Riptide over the Surf. Pitch on the outside corner there for strike. Oh, 0-1 the count on Ohl. The pitch from Lomanian swung on and missed, strike 2. Two strikes, so Ohl having to protect here. Lomanian readies himself. From the windup, here's the pitch, off speed, up high, and Ohl lays off. A hot one here in Irvine. A nice breeze, very comforting, but Not comforting is this sunburn here for this broadcaster. Lumanian winds and throws in the dirt, trying to get Uhl to chase on that off speed. Uhl steps back in, taps the plate, and readies himself in the box. Lumania has 2 strikes on him. The windup, the pitch, just outside there, another ball. Uhl thought that was ball 4, but instead a full count here. If Uhl has his pitch, he's got to take it, but very hard to tell. As the outside corner, very susceptible to a strike, and this one flied into right field, going back, and it's off the glove of the right fielder, and Uhl could have a triple. And standing up at third base is Cooper Uhl, a triple here for the Riptide. An RBI triple, Cooper Uhl sending it to right field. A defensive mistake there made by the Surf. Scoring right there, Logan Poulsen. And I think Connor Fedone had some sun in his eyes, as everybody does here. Unfortunate error there, and it's going to cost the Surf a run and potentially more, as Fedone unable to catch that one. At the plate now, Hunter Big. First pitch in there for a strike. The Ivy League product out of Harvard University. So if he's unable to hit this one, you know he's about to get a 6-figure job right out of school, folks. Second pitch there in the dirt, no good. Lumanian sets. And he delivers right up the middle and into center field. Hunter Big with an RBI single. So the Riptide able to tack on 3 runs here in the bottom of the second inning. Mitch Andrews, the extra hitter, stepping up to the plate. So 3 runs here for the OC Riptide. At first is Big. Lumanian rattled early. The windup and the pitch just outside there, but caught the outside corner of the plate, strike 1. Mitch Andrews, a big body. Standing at 6'2". Runner taking off. The throw down to second, not in time. And Hunter Big with the first stolen base of the game. So Hunter Big showing off his wheels with his first stolen base of the game and of the season. Now with the runner in scoring position, Mitch Andrews has an opportunity to extend this lead, get some insurance runs here for the Riptide. Lumanian works from the stretch and throws up in the zone there. Trying to use that high heat, but to no avail, unfortunately. Lumanian wheels and deals, an inside pitch there taken for a ball. Runner still at second. Hunter Big. 3 runs in this inning off the bat of Uhl, Big, and Proctor. Andrews at the plate right now, and time called at the plate. Andrews needed to readjust his gloves. Lumanian sets. Here's the pitch. Fouled off behind the plate, left side. On deck, the leadoff batter for the Riptide, Bo Phillip. Andrews steps back in. Batter's box nearly invisible at this point. And a fake pickoff attempt right there, and the Riptide bench exclaiming as always. Here's the pitch, and this one is hit high in the sky. Ball called on and caught by Lumanian, and that's going to end a big inning here for the OC Riptide. We'll be right back after a couple minutes. 3-0, Riptide on top of the Surf. Robert Vasquez, the 9th hitter here for the OC Surf, trying to take his hacks against a outstanding pitcher, Ricky Reynoso. First pitch outside. Reynoso at one point having 5 straight Ks before allowing a single. Has yet to allow a single run today. Allowed a couple hits, but has been great thus far otherwise. Second pitch up in the zone, ball 2. Two-0 count here on Vasquez. Reynoso with an inside pitch called strike 1. Reynoso with a bevy of good pitches. Not necessarily the fastest pitcher out there, but able to locate with ease. Inside pitch taken to shallow right field, and a play made there by Luke Hasung. So first out here in the top of the 3rd inning. Wyatt Hoppy up to bat for the Surf. One of the most fun last names on the squad. Fouls it off behind home plate. Reynoso with the second, and this one lined into left field, a base hit, and Hoppy able to reach first base. So, top of the order back once again, Reed Gibbs with it. We have some video difficulties, folks. We're going to adjust the camera real quick. Don't go anywhere. And welcome back, folks. If you just saw that play unfold, a single once again. Reynoso in trouble here at the top of the third. 2 Surf on base. And now stepping up to the plate, none other than Nick Bates. Bates pops this one up behind the plate. Throws off his mask and is able to catch that one. So another out recorded here in the top of the third. A nice play there made by Uhl in foul ground. Able to record the out. Now Alex Damasio, the third baseman, looking to bring 2 Surf home. So lefty on righty. Reynoso in trouble after giving 2 singles up. Has a pitch up in the zone called ball. One ball here on Damasio. The pitch swung on and missed there, strike 1. Reynoso from the stretch. And the pitch inside there, strike 2. Reynoso with an opportunity to strike out yet another batter, trying to get out of a jam right now here in the top of the third. A 3-0 score, Riptide on top of the Surf. Reynoso wheels and deals. Ooh, just outside. Just a little bit outside. Now 2-2 count on Damasio. On first base, Reed Gibbs and Wyatt Hoppy. The windup. And he got him looking for the third out of the inning. Ricky Reynoso just straight up froze Alex Damasio. So that's going to end the top of the third here from Concordia. We'll be right back. So a pitching change, folks, being made. Devin Sutorius coming in relief of Lumanian. So new pitcher here for the Riptide up to bat. First pitch swung on and hit down the line. This one could fall in for a base hit. It does, and it's going to go over the wall for a ground rule double. Bo Phillip able to put a nice swing on that one down the right field line. So a leadoff ground rule double and a runner on second for the Riptide. Luke Hussing now stepping up to the plate. The windup, ooh, and a nice curveball in there for strike one. Sartorius, a lefty out of Dana Point, with some nice movement on that one. Sets with the runner on second, delivers the 0-1. This one off the middle of the bat to second base. A play made and thrown a little bit too. Ooh, they're going to call him out on that play, folks. Looked to be a little bit too late, but it was a bang-bang play. The throw from Nick Bates in time, but nevertheless going to move with the runner over to third base. One out here in the bottom of the third inning. Riptide threatening. Eric Wagaman stepping up to the plate. The windup in the pitch, and this one hit hard past the third baseman into left field, and a run is going to score. Wagaman there with an RBI single, and the Riptide are going to go up 4-0. Phil Steering stepping up to the plate here for the Riptide. Runner on first. Only one out. A leadoff ground rule double there by Bo Phillip. Luke Hussing able to move him over. And then Eric Wagaman bringing the run home. First pitch here. Fouled off the right fence here, Concordia, and out of play. So 0-1 now the count. The windup and a high curveball that just didn't break there. 1-1 now. Set and the pitch, and this one fouled off behind the plate. Strike two. So 1-2 count now on Wagaman. Excuse me, actually, that's my apologies, on Phil Steering. Sartorius trying to settle in here, but already allowing a run and a couple hits. 1-2 the count. Swung on and missed there, strike three. Sartorius, with his first K, and
Number 17, designated hitter from the University of Hawaii, Logan Coulson.
a nice pitch there to get Steering swinging. But if there's anybody to face the lefty Sartorius, it's Logan Poulsen. With the runner on first, already has an RBI in this game. Could get another one here. Sartorius working from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Taken right down the plate for a strike. 0-1 the count. One out here in the bottom of the third inning. Thank you for joining us here on the OC Riptide Sports Network. Here's the pitch, and this one skied into center. Cannon Corn there, retired for the third out of the inning. Apologize, folks. 3 outs here. A pop up to end it. We're now going to go to the top of the fourth. Riptide able to get a run, 4-0 the score, off a nice single. 4-0 the score. So a pitching change here in the top of the fourth. Charlie Vorshek in relief of Ricky Reynoso, the senior from Notre Dame High School. First pitch in the dirt there, ball one. So for those who don't know, California Collegiate League Baseball, a lot of pitchers utilized in one game. Strike one there from Vorshek. Vorshek working on Cooper Moore. Here is the third pitch, and this one fouled off right side and away out of play on the right side. Here's the windup and the pitch, a little bit outside. Ball two. Moore retired early in the first and retired right there with the strikeout. So Vorshek meets his first batter there with a strikeout. Now Bo Coolin trying to break his streak, now set at one, and this one is yanked into right field. Under it and making the catch on the run, Luke Hussing. Two quick outs here for Vorshek. Matt Casson, though, stepping up to the plate. Working on the right-hander. Here's the first pitch of the at-bat, and this one, once again, sky to right. Hussing is there. Hussing makes the play, and a quick 3 outs here on the top of the first. Going into the bottom of the first now. 4-0, the score remains Riptide on top. Aaron Greenfield stepping up to the plate. Still pitching for the Surf is Sartorius. A 4-0 lead right now for the Riptide. Trying to add on here in the bottom of the fourth. An off speed on the outside. No dice, so a 1-0 count on Greenfield. Sartorius liking to go to that curveball on the outside. Let's see what he goes with here. The pitch. Fastball down the middle, strike one. Sartorius getting the signs. Wheeling, dealing, down low, ball two. And a couple of Surf pitchers winding up in the bullpen. Sartorius, the windup and the pitch, and this one slapped into left field. It's going to get down in for a base hit. Rounding first base there. And going into second safely, Aaron Greenfield with a double. Greenfield with the leadoff double, and that one was just lasered down the left field line in for a base hit. Will Proctor stepping up to the bag for the Riptide. So lefty against righty. The windup, the pitch. Curveball on the outside there, strike one. Sartorius with the strike. No outs here, runner on second. And time called at the plate. Proctor stepping back in. Key part of that 3-run second. Here's the pitch, and this one is flied into center field. Tagging and actually staying at second is Greenfield. A quick catch and throw there made by Matt Caston. Cooper Ull stepping up to the plate. 5'10", 190 from Mission Viejo. Playing his college ball at LMU. Sartorius with one out. Here's the pitch. On the outside, in for a strike. .40 score. Sartorius with his second pitch in there for strike two. Uhl likes to take a lot of pitches, folks, but gets down in counts early. A 0-2 count here on the right-handed catcher. Sartorius looking for an off speed right here. The windup, the pitch on the outside, called strike three. 2 outs here in the inning. Uhl watch that one. And now coming up to keep this one alive, Hunter Big, the Ivy League star from Harvard. Looking to move over a runner at second. That being Aaron Greenfield, and this one lined and caught at third base for the third out of the inning. Absolutely scorched there from Big. And that's going to bring us to the top of the fifth inning. 4-0 Riptide on top. The first pitch of the at-bat here for Charlie Vorshek, in for a strike. Second pitch down in the dirt. So 1-1 count here on Connor Fedone. Third pitch of the at-bat, a ball. Ball 2 now. So a 2-1 count here on Fedone. Fedone able to put a charge into one to deep right. The windup in the pitch, 3-1 the count. Vorshek was on point last inning, but unable to find the strike zone here in this at-bat. From the windup and the pitch, ground ball right side out of play. So a full count on Fedone. The pitch grounded onto the right side. A diving play attempted, but it's going to go through the infield and in for a single. Fedone with a nice hit on the right side. An attempted play in there made by Will Proctor, but it bounced off the glove and into right field. So no outs here in this inning. Chase Kerr coming up to the plate. No relation to Warriors coach Steve Kerr, however. First pitch on the outside, ball 1. Of course, in half an hour, Steve Kerr and the Warriors will be playing Game 1 of the NBA Finals. Right here, this is Game 1 of the 2017 season here for the Riptide and the Surf. 1-1 count now. Riptide with the commanding 4-0 lead. The pitch swung on and missed, a big hack there by Kerr, so 2 strikes now on the outfielder. Runner going, ball taken, throw down to second is not in time, so a stolen base there by Connor Fedone. No outs still in the inning. Excuse me. A runner in scoring position, so the Riptide have to be careful here not to allow any runs and lose the shutout. Ball popped up left side. Play going to be made on the run. Hunter Big, he battles the sun there and able to make the catch. So 1 out here. Kerr retired, and up comes now Robert Vasquez.
Back for the Surf is number 19, tender Robert Vasquez.
Runner still on second. That's Fedone. Kerr retired on a pop-out. Vorshek's pitch on the outside, called strike 1. Vasquez still steps in. And off speed there, catches the top of the strike zone, and 2 strikes now on the catcher. And Uhl out to talk to Vorshek. Maybe talking a little bit about his command lately. Able to catch the corners, but maybe Uhl wanting him to place it a little bit more down in the zone. Vasquez steps back in. Vorshek wheels and deals. Fouled off right side. No activity in the Surf pen. They're going to stay with Sartorius for at least the time being. The windup and the pitch fouled off once again. Now back towards us. And it's going to roll down the hill. So Vasquez able to fight off a couple of these pitches. Excuse me, 2-2 the count. It remains. Vorshek with the pitch. A ground ball off the glove. And everybody's going to be safe. Bo Phillip trying to make that play. It skipped off his glove. It was a little bit of a tweener shot. And so everybody remains safe, but no runners advance. 1 out for Hoppy, who had a single earlier in his game. Has a chance to put the Surf on the board. Swung on it, hit to third. A nice play. Out at third. Thrown over to first, and a double play made. So a nice double play there from third to first. Got the force out. Tagging third base there. Hunter Big, and the Riptide able to escape that inning with no scratches. So the score remains 4-0. Riptide on top, looking to add to their already big momentum. It's now going to go to the bottom of the fifth. Here from Concordia University, you're listening to Riptide Baseball here on the Riptide Sports Network. So pitch a change for the Surf. Instead of Sartorius, Colin Quinn in. He's a big right-handed pitcher, 6'1", 225. The freshman from Washington State University. Stepping up to the plate, Mitch Andrews. The side armor throws and delivers a strike one upstairs, but able to get that top part of the strike zone. Another pitch fouled off, and it's going to be a strike two now. Quinn with an interesting sidearm delivery. Much like Peter Moreland of the Atlanta Braves of the MLB. Third pitch in there, and he gets Andrews looking on the outside corner, strike three. So an interesting 3 pitches for Andrews. All strikes, and Bo Phillips now stepping into the plate for the Riptide. One out in the bottom of the fifth. Riptide already with a 4-0 lead, so just looking to add on to more. First pitch down in the zone, ball one. Quinn sets, fires, outside there, ball two. 2-0 the count. Another pitch low in the zone now. 3 balls. Phillip being patient. Here's the pitch. Up in the zone, though. Strike. And this one is lined into right field, but a catch made on the run. After dropping one earlier in this one, Connor Fredone able to make the catch.
Next up, number 28, right fielder from Chico State University, Luke Hussing.
Luke Hussing making his 3rd trip to the plate today. 2 outs in this one. No runners on. The pitch. A curveball inside. Called ball 1. Quinn with the pitch. On the outside corner there, strike 1. 1-1 count here. Quinn sets and delivers, and that was a check swing foul ball behind the plate, so that one's going to be strike 2. Hussing needs to protect the plate if he wants to try and extend this inning for the Riptide. Quinn sets and delivers in the dirt there, ball 2. Riptide bench as vocal as ever. Always providing that support there from the left field line. And that was a pitch on the outside that got Hussing looking. So now we're going to go to the top of the 6th there after a strikeout from Quinn. Quinn able to have a perfect inning. So now top of the 6th coming. We'll be right back. And welcome back, folks, here to OC Riptide Baseball from Concordia University. Reed Gibbs stepping up to the plate for the Surf. Still facing Charlie Vorshek. His first delivery down in the zone, almost in the dirt there, ball 1. Vorshek been relatively settled here in this game. Gets a big hack foul tip strike from Gibbs. Vorshek, of course, playing for Notre Dame out in Indiana. His 3rd delivery, this one fouled out behind home plate right side. With 2 strikes, the windup and a curveball a little bit inside there on Gibbs. It's now a 2-2 count. 2-2 delivery, swung on, hit to the 3rd baseman. A nice play thrown on over to first there, made Hunter big. Making some big plays here in the top of the 6th. 1 out for the Riptide. Nick Bates stepping up to the plate. for the serve. Standing at just 5'8". Actually a junior here at Concordia. Watches the first pitch in there for a strike. Second pitch down in the zone for Vorshek. Actually multiple Concordia alums in this game. We'll get to those in a moment as Vorshek is dealing his third delivery on the outside corner there for a strike. Randall Ortiz as well as Bates and Juan Zuniga from Concordia. Of course, Bates swinging at that one and off the base there at first base, Phil Steering. So Nick Bates able to get on with a infield single. A errant throw from the shortstop Bo Phillip. So Bates able to keep this inning alive with a infield single. And another single drops into right center. Steering thinking about going to tag, but just a quick single. Runners on first and second. So Vorshek a little shaken up here in the top of the sixth. Cooper Moore up at the plate here for the Surf. Alex Damasio and Nick Bates with back-to-back singles. A 4-0 game still, folks, here in the top of the sixth. Fouled off behind the plate. Strike one. Crowd of about 50 on hand. Very healthy crowd here for this Thursday afternoon game. Vorshek delivers, catches the outside corner there, strike two. Vorshek starting to settle down after a little command issues earlier in this inning. Here's his third pitch in the dirt, and Bates able to get back to second after being looked back there by Uhl. So 1-2 the count. One out here, top six. 4-0 the score, Riptide on top of the Surf. Vorshek throws it a low one and fouled off right side and on top of the dugout there. I believe it hit the bench out on the right side. So a foul ball out of play, strike two. Count the same, batter the same. Runners on first and second. Vorshek with the pitch. Runner going to third. The throw in time, and he got him at third. So a strike him out, throw him out to end the top of the sixth inning. We're going to the bottom of the sixth. A nice play there from Uhl and Vorshek. Riptide on top, 4-zip. Now at the top of the order here, Eric Wagaman for the Riptide. A pitching change made once again by the Surf, this time Doug McGee. First pitch delivery in the dirt. McGee's 1-0 fouled off, so a 1-1 count. Wagaman, the team's left fielder, hasn't had to work with much today defensively, but offensively he's been very productive. Watches that one outside. Ball 2. McGee delivers one almost at the ankles there. So a 3-1 count, hitter's count here for Wagaman. From the set and the pitch, and this one is sky to deep center field by Wagaman. Trying to track, and this one's going to go off the glove there of Matt Casson, and going 3 Wagaman. This one is not going to be in time, and Wagaman sliding safely into third base with a triple. So a poor defensive play there made by Matt Casson, an error on the play. Not sure exactly how they're going to score that one, but nevertheless, Eric Wagaman on third base with no outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Ball in the dirt there. Now up at the plate, Phil's steering with a 1-0 count. Oh, and this one nearly got a piece of McGee. Phil steering there with an RBI single, and now it's going to be a 5-0 score for the Riptide. First a triple, and then an absolute scorcher up the middle. Phil steering with an RBI. And now Logan Poulsen up to bat. Trying to rattle the second sidearm pitcher for the Surf. No outs in this inning. The pitch, an off speed at the knees almost there. In for a strike. Runner at first there, steering. At the plate, Poulsen. McGee gets the signs and delivers outside. Ball 1. The windup and the pitch, another outside one. So now it's a 2-1 count. McGee delivers. It swung on a big hack there taken and missed. Poulsen aiming for the fences, so now a 2-2 count on the DH. 5-0 score now, folks. Pickoff move to first, the first of the game actually, and sliding in there, safely steering, and the bag came off its hinges. From the stretch, McGee sets and fires. This one's fouled off left side, out of play. So a 2-2 count still remains here on Poulsen. Poulsen bringing a lot of power there from the left side of the plate. No outs. The pitch. This one lined out of play on the left side once again. So Poulsen a little bit late here on these pitches. Has a big space on the right field line to try and pull one. Also a big gap because steering on is on first. And the first baseman is holding him to it. And this one lined down the first base line just outside. So another foul ball. Poulsen getting very unlucky here at this at bat. Almost every ball he hits is missing the foul line by 5 to 10 feet. McGee sets. Gets the sign and fires, and this one, a nubber to the second baseman, makes the first out, forcing the second, and a double play made right there as it was a hit and run attempted. Unfortunately, Poulsen with a little a mini pop fly to the second baseman, Bates, and Bates able to turn two. Aaron Greenfield now up at the plate. Had a nice base hit earlier in this game. Looking to get another one. Watches the first pitch down low, ball one. McGee sets and fires in their first strike. 5-0 the score remains. Bottom of the sixth here from Concordia. Once again, we thank you for joining us here on the Orange County Riptide Sports Network. Third offering way outside, so a 2-1 count. Couple of relievers getting warm in the surf pen. A ground ball now to the left side. Fielded and thrown on a first for the third out of the inning there. Nice play made by Wyatt Hoppy. So now we're going to go to the top of the seventh. Just 2.5 left here from Concordia. 4-0 Riptide on top. A pitching change here for the Riptide after a great performance there by Charlie Vorshek. Will Tomlinson stepping up. Now going to deliver some pitching relief here for the Riptide. First pitch up and in, ball one. Tomlinson, a sophomore at Brown University, so two Ivy League arms here for the Riptide. A 1-0 count. This one fouled up and out of play. The batter, Bo Coolin, working against a 5-0 Riptide lead here in the top of the seventh. The windup and the pitch fouled off out of play. Tomlinson, a very mechanical windup, involving a lot of horizontal movement. The windup and the pitch just outside there. Ball. Thank you. "5-0 the score. 2-2 the count. No outs here on Coolin. Ooh. Inside pitch there. A fast one. Almost got Coolin on the thigh, but he was able to move out of the way of that one. Full count now on the first baseman. Tomlinson with the pitch outside, ball four. So Coolin going to take his base, and the Surf have a runner on with Matt Casson coming to the plate.
Now batting number 3, left fielder Matt Casson.
Pitch inside, taken for strike one. Tomlinson sets with the pitch. Another inside delivery, but this one called a ball. So now a 1-1 count. On first is Coolin. At the plate is Casson, and he watches another one there. Ball two. A runner on first base, and Tomlinson delivers. Fouled off to the left side. And on the top of the cage. So a 2-2 count here on Casson. Runner on first. 5-0 the score. Riptide on top. Here's the pitch. Right off the hands and out of play. Steering, holding the man on at first. Riptide have yet to attempt a pickoff today. Could change here. Instead, a delivery. Check swing there. Casson able to hold back. Full count here on Casson. Tomlinson not wanting to walk another. This one low in the zone and 2 straight walks. So the Surf have 2 men on with no out in the top of the 7th, and Uhl going to walk out to talk to his pitcher. So Coach Peterson also to step out to the mound to talk things out with Tomlinson. With 2 men on off 2 straight walks, perhaps command a little bit of an issue. Nevertheless, the umpire out to talk and breaking up the meeting. Ull returns and stepping up to the plate, Connor Fedone. Tomlinson delivers down low, ball 1. Runners on first and second, no outs. A 1-0 count. The pitch. High in the zone, but he's going to get the call, strike 1. We thank you for joining us once again here on the Orange County Riptide live stream. The pitch on the outside corner there, strike 2. Could potentially also see the first triple play of the year being made. No promises, though, folks. Right now, Fedone has 2 strikes on him. This one hit up the middle. It's going to get past the shortstop Phillip, and that one going to load the bases here for Chase Kerr. So with loaded bases and no outs, Peterson going to roll with Tomlinson. Very interesting move here. Riptide have a 5-0 lead. Force out at any base. Swung on and hit just outside. Oh, 0-1 the count. Here's the second pitch. This one lined into right field, and this one's going to fall for a base hit. 1 run, able to score there on a single. Chase Kerr there, able to break the shutout for the Surf and putting 1 on the board. No outs remain. So no outs still here. Ull going to talk to Tomlinson. That ball falling right in front of the right fielder, Luke Hustling. And so now a pitch hitter coming in for the Surf. Number 13, Juan Zuniga, a Concordia University alum. Swung on and missed there, strike 1. Tomlinson second. This one hit to the first baseman, thrown on to second. First out and over to second for 2. And the Surf player's not happy with that call. It looked like Phillip could have been off the first base. Could have looked like both the first baseman and the second baseman were off. A run scores on the play, however, so now the Surf with 2 runs here in this inning. A wild pitch there. Ull able to collect it, though. So although the double play was turned, a run did score. Zuniga able to drive in the second run of the game. Now at the plate here, Wyatt Hoppy. Tomlinson sets. With the pitch. Down in the zone, but called a strike. 1-1 the score. Here's the pitch. This one fouled off way behind home plate. Into the shrubs, and strike 2 called. Tomlinson with the 1-2 delivery up in the zone there, ball 2. Here's the pitch, and this one is lined into right field. A diving catch made on the run there for the 3rd out of the inning. A great catch there, Luke Hussing. So Hussing saves any other potential runs from scoring with a nice diving effort. 2 runs do score, though, this inning, courtesy of a fielder's choice and a single. So now the Riptide are going to get some hacks. 5-2 the score. They're on top. Welcome back, folks. Bottom of the 7th inning. A quick 7th inning stretch here from Concordia. Will Proctor at the plate. Watches a strike in there on the outside corner. Facing Jacob Rucker, the lefty from Las Vegas, Nevada. A big kid, 6'5", 200. 1-1 now the count here on Proctor. The windup and the pitch outside once again. Rucker not able to find the zone. And warming up in the Riptide pin, number 22, Braxton Smith. Foul tip off the mask of the catcher. So strike 2 here on Proctor. That one off Zuniga. Here's the 2-2 delivery, swung on outside, strike 3. Proctor waving on that outside pitch, and it's going to bring it to the 1st out of the inning.
Next up, number 15, catcher from Loyola Marymount University, Cooper All.
Cooper Roll stepping into the plate. Here's the pitch. Curveball inside for a ball. That one could have caught the outside of the plate, but instead called a ball. 1-0. Here's the pitch. That one gets the outside. 1-1 the count here. 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. 5-2 the score. Riptide on top. The windup and the pitch. This one is hit off the end of the bat, and an error made, and Uhl's going to get to first base there. A poor defensive effort right there. Nick Bates unable to handle that one. Perhaps the sun got into his eyes on that one, so Uhl going to reach first base safely. Hunter Big now stepping up to the plate. Big making some good defensive plays early on in this game. Now with an opportunity to add some insurance runs to this 3-run lead. First pitch down low, ball 1. Uhl taking a sizable lead at first. The windup and the pitch. Top right corner, ball 2. A couple of relievers getting warm in the surf pen. Could be seeing a couple more pitchers to end this game for the Surf. Runner going, the pitch down in the zone, the throw looking to be a little bit too late, and Uhl there with the stolen base. So Cooper Uhl able to get on base and then take a base. 3 balls, no strikes, 1 out in the bottom of the 7th. Here's the pitch outside, ball 4. Stepping up to the bag now for the Riptide, Mitch Andrews. Two runners on, 1 runner out, and a 3-run lead here for the Riptide. Jacob Rucker being hounded early in this one. His first pitch of the at-bat gets past the catcher, and taking third base is Uhl. Taking second base there is big. So now runners are both in scoring position for the Riptide. 1 ball, no strike on Andrews. So I believe that one's going to be ruled a passed ball, considering it got past the catcher instead of the pitcher throwing it away. Here's the pitch from Rucker. A little bit inside, ball 2. Here's the 2-0 delivery, swung on and missed, strike 1. Here's the pitch. This one swung on and hit to shallow center field, missing the ball, and it's going to drop in for a hit there. And a run is going to score. Cooper Uhl able to come around from third base. He thought about tagging because that was a mild pop fly into center. Reed Gibbs ranging over could not make the play, nor could center fielder Matt Casson. And so the ball able to drop in for a base hit. Runners on first and second now, a 6-2 game. Up at the plate, Bo Phillip watches strike 1 inside. Rucker walking back big at second base. The pitch and big going to third, and he's going to be caught out by a mile, folks. A nice throw there by Zoringa. So now 2 outs. Hunter Big caught there, stealing. So another runner gone, but Mitch Andrews still at first base. At the plate, Bo Phillip with the potential to make this a 7-2 game. Maybe even 8-2 if he gets lucky. Rucker with the pitch. This one fouled off to the right side. So 2 strikes remain here on Phillip. Rucker from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Inside strike. He caught him looking. And that's going to end this inning, but not before the Riptide get a run. 6-2 the score. We're going to the 8th inning. Welcome back. The Surf trying to make a surge of their own here in the top of the 8th inning. Reed Gibbs watches a strike there. In the bottom half there of the 7th inning, the Riptide able to get another one on the board, so a 6-2 score for the Riptide. Gibbs watching a ball high. Third pitch up in the zone, so 2-1 now the count. This one popped up shallow infield and calling for it and making the catch on the run. Right there, number 13. Will Tomlinson still in this game after being rattled last inning. Tomlinson, the windup and the pitch on the outside corner, strike one. One out here early in this 8th inning. 6-2 the score. Riptide on top of the Surf. Tomlinson picks his poison and delivers. A curve on the inside corner, strike two. So working right now on Nick Bates, who watches that strike in there. Tomlinson sets. Tomlinson throws a little bit high there. So 1-2 count now, one out in this one. Tomlinson sets and delivers, and this one's grounded to the right side. Picked up and thrown on to first for the second out of the inning. A nice play made there. Will Proctor. Alex Damasio stepping up to the plate. Looking to keep this game alive for the Surf. Tomlinson already with 2 outs. Winds and fires. A high curveball, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. Just inside there, ball 2. Cooper Moore at the plate here for the Surf. Excuse me. Alex Damasio here. Watches another ball up in the zone. Tomlinson, a bigger pitcher on this staff, using his height to his advantage. The pitch in there on this one for a strike. A 3-1 count here on Damasio. Tomlinson working from the windup, throws it on the outside, strike 2. So a full count now on Alex Damasio, the third baseman. Tomlinson likes the pitch, swung on it, hit off the backstop, so Damasio able to stay alive. Here's the full count pitch, and this one is hit in a center field shallow. So a single for Alex Damasio. And Tomlinson not yet out of this inning. Cooper Moore, the designated hitter for the Surf, up at the plate to try and extend this inning. 6-2 the score. The windup and the pitch. This one, a chopper to third base. The play made on the run. Throw good. And the third out of the inning. Hunter Big there with a nice throw on the first. So we're going to go now to the bottom of the 8th. 6-2. Riptide on top. Welcome back, folks, here. Bottom of the 8th inning. Different pitcher, different batter. 1-2 count here on Luke Hussing. The 1-2 delivery swung on and missed. Strike 3, throw over to first in time. So a nice strike him out, throw him out there. Grant King, the 6'4" freshman, with a nice pitch to get Hussing swinging. One out here in this inning. Wagaman at the plate. A nubbler off the end of the bat. Play going to be made there on the run. Unassisted. King able to pick that ball up and get the out at first. So 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the 8th. 6-2 the score remains. Riptide on top of the surf. So Jacob Rosander, the Brown University product, stepping in, pinch hitting for Phil Steering. And watches a first pitch ball and a second pitch ball. Providing a lot of power, stands at 6'2", 225. Here's the pitch, and checked his swing. 3-0 the count. And the pitch here from King in the dirt once again, so Rosander going to take his base. Now up at the plate, Logan Poulsen. One of the better pure hitters on this team from the University of Hawaii. He's a sophomore. 6'2", 230. He's a sophomore. Bottom of the 8th inning here from Concordia. 6-2 Riptide on top. Poulsen watches the first pitch in there for a strike. Runner on first base. King wheels and deals, and this one is fouled out of play. So 1 strike, 1 ball on Poulsen. From the set, the windup and the pitch, and this one, a chopper up the middle. A play going to be made at first for the final out of the inning. So, final inning coming up in a second, folks. 6-2 the score. Riptide on top. Don't go anywhere. You're listening and watching Riptide Baseball. Bo Coolin steps into the plate for the Orange County Surf. Working against the Orange County Riptide, and Will Tomlinson, who's going to take us the rest of the way. First pitch, swinging strike. Tomlinson had some trouble early on in his relief appearance, but able to settle down nicely this past inning. Second pitch in there, strike 2. Oh, 2 the count. And that one's outside. So 1-2 count here on Coolin. The pitch swung on and missed, and the bat hit Uhl in the head, and I think that's an automatic out. So Coolin didn't like that call, but nevertheless, strike 3 on the field and 1 out here in the top of the 9th inning. Once again, we'd like to thank you for joining us all game long here on the Orange County Riptide Sports Network. Keith DeMolder to bring you this one here from Concordia. With the pitch outside, a ball called to Matt Casson, the center fielder for the Surf. The windup, the pitch, this one laced past the first baseman into right field, so Casson's on with a single. Connor Ferdone now at the plate for the Surf. Runner at first, 1 out. So if the infielders are lucky, a potential game-ending double play could be coming their way. 6-2 the score. Tomlinson on the bump with the pitch. This one goes to second base. And, oh, it's bobbled, but a play made at first base for the second out of the inning. Proctor bobbled the ball, almost a potential game-ending double play, as I almost predicted, but he bobbled the ball, able to collect it back once again, throwing it on to first for the second out. So 1 more out, and the game is over for the Riptide. Tomlinson needs to just throw 3 more good pitches, and the Riptide will have the first win of their season. Winds and delivers, and this one's fouled out of play. So now Tomlinson working with an 0-1 count. Chase Kerr at the plate. The windup, the pitch, this one high in the zone there, so a 1-1 count. An update at the end of the first half, or excuse me, the first quarter. The Warriors on top of the Cavs. In this one, though, it's the Riptide on top of the Surf, 6-2. Third pitch in the dirt, 2-1 the count. Chase Kerr at the plate, looking to send, send Casson home. Tomlinson from the stretch. This one knocked off the head of Uhl and out of play. So a 2-2 count with 2 outs here in the top of the 9th inning. Deuce is wild, folks. Tomlinson sets. Winds and fires and fouled off right side. Tomlinson from the stretch. 2-2 pitch is outside in the dirt. So now the count is full with 2 outs. Tomlinson can end the game here with some nasty off-speed pitches, or maybe one up in the zone to get Kerr swinging. Nevertheless, here's the full count delivery down in the zone, walk. So Kerr able to manage a walk out of Tomlinson. And stepping up to the plate, Roberto Zaringa. Excuse me, that's actually Juan Zaringa. So Zuninga with 2 men on. First pitch in there, strike one. Sun's starting to set here in Irvine. A beautiful Thursday night here at Concordia. Tomlinson's 0-1. This one grounded the second baseman. Play made, and this game is over. The Orange County Riptide take the first game of their season, 6-2 over the Orange County Surf. So a great offensive and defensive performance. Will Tomlinson able to get out of multiple jams. Really the defensive savior in this one. We thank you for joining us all game long here on the Orange County Riptide Sports Network. Keith DeMolder to bring you this one all the way through to the end. The Riptide able to snap a 4-game losing streak against the Surf, the former Sunset Baseball League champions. And now they're going to go to play the Surf tomorrow right back here on Concordia. We thank you for joining us once again all game long. The final score here from Irvine, 6-2, Riptide on top. That's going to do us here for the Orange County Riptide. I'm Keith DeMolder saying so long and good night from Irvine.
And then we'll come back and get the stuff, just slide it out.
Okay.
So we'll just close now.